Moin Torrents! Today I will show you how you can convert almost any 3D model to an LDraw file that can be used with Bricklink and other LDraw editors. For this conversion we use ConvertToLDraw, which is a program I wrote specifically for this purpose. And first I will show you how to install it with the exe installer on Windows. You can find the current version under releases on the GitHub page. Currently, Windows or other antivirus programs may warn you if you try to install this, and I have to look into if I can improve it, but there is nothing wrong with the software, so you can install it. Apart from that, you install it like any other software on Windows. In the last step of the installer, you can launch the ConvertToLDraw for the first time. After installing it through the exe installer, you can find it in the All Programs tab in your Start menu. And now to the installation through pipx, which is for Linux, Mac, potentially Windows on ARM, and if you want to avoid that antivirus issue. Before you can use pipx, you have to install Python with pip. I'm getting the installer from the Python page. Next you need pipx, and for that you have to install it through pip, and you have to use a command line, or in my case I use a terminal application on Windows. Depending on how you installed it, you might install it through Python pip install pipx, or pip install pipx, or on some Linux distribution Python 3 pip install pipx. And now you can install Python programs with pipx, and the command for that is either pipx install then the package name, or Python pipx install then the package name. Exact command to install ConvertToLDraw can be found in the manual install guide, and it always installs the latest version of ConvertToLDraw. If you need to upgrade the version, you have to append force to the command like described in the manual install guide. Here using pipx directly didn't work, so I put Python in front of it, and I also updated the manual install guide to include that version of the command. If this was your first program installed with pipx, you have to use the pipx ensure path command. Now the installation should be finished, and you can open a terminal and type ConvertToLDraw, and if it's open, everything went fine. Now I will show you how you can create a shortcut. You simply click on the Create button and Shortcut, and then type in ConvertToLDraw, and make sure to type that in correctly. Now to customizing the shortcut, you can find an icon linked in the manual install guide, and you can download it there. Now just right click the shortcut, open the properties, and you can change the icon there. You can also change the initial folder that gets opened with ConvertToLDraw by changing the start in path. And now you have a shortcut that opens ConvertToLDraw. And next is the showcase of some of the functions of ConvertToLDraw, and I will use one of my models for that, and that's the customizable hero core, and I will use the villain core to show you what you can do with this program. First, before you can edit anything, you have to load a 3D model, in this case the villain core from my customizable hero core project. After the file is loaded, you can inspect it in the Preview tab. Under the subparts panel, you can find all the individual models of the part and what color they are set to. If they have multiple colors, they are shown in a list. You can also edit the colors of the subparts here, change the name of the subparts, and open the subparts in the Preview panel individually. The color code 16 is for the editable color. This is the color you can change in Bricklink Studio and other LDraw programs. In this color dialog, you can select a color, and you can also search for colors either by the name or by their color value. And you can also select hex colors in the direct color tab. If you activate the smooth setting in the preview tab, the part looks more like it would in Bricklink Studio, but this is only a visual thing. If you currently opened a subpart in the preview, you can go back to the main part by just clicking the main part button. Here you can change how the part is loaded. You can deactivate multiple colors or just load it as one single piece, and you can also change the scale of the part. This is how it looks if you have a multicolor object, and I will show you now how you can search for a color by its color value, for example in HTML color. You can also map the direct colors to LDraw colors with a very simple algorithm, and I show you how that works now. If you have for some reason duplicate colors, you can merge them with the Merge Duplicate Colors button. In the main parts tab, you can change the metadata for the part, and each entry shows you some information about it if you hover over it. And in the file area, you can select where to export the part, and when you want to export it, you just click the Convert File button. And now you have an LDraw file that can be opened either with LDraw software like LDView, MLCAT or others, but you can also open it in Part Designer to add outlines and connections for Bricklink Studio. If you export a part that has multiple subparts, they are included in a subfolder named S. And the subparts are referenced in the main file of that part. And that concludes this tutorial. Bye, till the next time.